So following on from the previous lesson, we're going to talk about one last thing you can add to your advert to really make it stand out and, more importantly, make Facebook users take action by clicking on it. To do that, I'm going to talk to you about using buttons and links, and collectively I'll refer to them as call to actions. And buttons and links are the elements you really want to draw your customers' eyes to. That's the action that you want them to take. You want it to say, click on my ad. And here we'll talk through some of the rules that will help you achieve a higher click-through rate and a higher conversion once visitors land on your opt-in page. So here's the first rule. Create a button with a contrasting colour. And if you've got an eye for design, then you might be tempted to create an advert with a really subtle, well thought out colour scheme. And whilst I salute your good taste, the reality with advertising is that contrast and clashing colours perform better in ads. Choose a bright colour that stands apart from the rest of the colour scheme of your ad and the rest of the colour scheme on the website that you're promoting on, in this case Facebook. And use graphics to draw the user's eye to the call to action button. Now, we've probably all seen those awful garish online ads with the red text and the flashing buttons and the big pointy arrows, and I'm in no way advocating that you follow that sort of design. But the reason those adverts exist is because drawing your visitors' eyes to the call to action is a tried and tested method to get a higher click-through rate. So try and draw an attention to the button with the use of either lines or borders or arrows. And even the way you word your description can be done to lead visitors to move their eyes towards your call to action. The next tip is to write a compellingly worded button label, and this is one of the most overlooked tricks of the trade, which is a shame as it's one of the most effective. How often have you seen a button that says submit or click here? I mean, it's really boring. Not only is it boring, it's also incredibly passive because it doesn't compel your visitor to really take any action. You think click here? No thanks. If you're offering a voucher, for example, change the label words into something like, yes, send me my voucher now. It makes the person feel like they're in control and that they're actively asking for the information rather than just being passive recipients of something that you're trying to push on them. And here's another tip. Use me and my rather than you and your. This is part of the same psychology. Simply changing a button to say, get your voucher today, to say get my voucher today has proven to have a really positive impact on your click-through rates. And finally, make sure that you link to a sales page that's got a meaningful URL. People do look at the URL before they click on an advert, particularly on places like Facebook. And these are the sorts of things that's going to be going through their mind. Is this ad relevant to me? Can I trust this website? For example, if you're buying a car and you see these two URLs, which one are you more likely to click on? So using a URL that contains text relevant to what you're saying, that will also ensure that people put a greater amount of trust into it.